What's up guys, I'm coming to you from a C7 Z06 we just built for the track. Let's see what we did. This customer is going to be using this car for high performance driving events. He wanted us to address the safety, cooling, aero, and suspension this year, get used to the car, and then come back next winter for the engine work. We started with the roll cage. The challenge with doing a cage in the C7 is the aluminum frame. We completely removed the interior, cut some panels so that we could access the frame. We weld aluminum plates to the frame, and we bolt on steel plates so we can weld the cage to that. Another challenge is space. There's not a lot of headroom in the C7 for a roll cage. To meet the rules, we had to move the halo bar high up into the ceiling. To do so, we came up with this carbon fiber roof skin. It's exterior skin only that bolts to the roof frame and allows us to tuck the cage very high up into the roof and meet helmet clearance rules. This roof skin would also work with the stock frame. You can bond that into your existing stock frame for a street car. Early on in the project, we had the customer come in. We did some custom fitting of these OMP HTER seats. They're fastened to the car using AMT low profile brackets, and the harnesses are a Schroth 6-point cam lock. We also installed this fire suppression system, which sprays into the passenger compartment as well as the engine compartment. The fire suppression system is triggered by pulling this handle. The tag and pin are removed before going out on the track. We wanted to retain a portion of the door panel, so the top half is retained along with the armrest, and it's cut out at the bottom for clearance to the door bars in the cage. Windows and motors are eliminated, as well as the door speaker. To address the supercharger cooling system on the Z06, we designed an all-new heat exchanger system. It utilizes twin heat exchangers hidden in the corners of the front fascia and fed by a carbon fiber grill. Air enters through the grill here, through carbon fiber ducts, and to a heat exchanger on each side of the fascia. This frees up the heat exchanger in front of the radiator, allowing the radiator to become more efficient. After passing through the heat exchanger, air exits through this grill and the wheelhouse liner. After water is cooled by heat exchangers, it's pumped up to the supercharger bricks. The system utilizes your factory heat exchanger water pump, as well as adds a second one. Now the parts are GM stock parts, so should you ever have a failure, they're readily available. For the suspension, we used our partner DSC Sport for their RTX remote reservoir shocks, as well as the DSC Sport shock controller. The car also features AMT camber plates to adjust the camber to our specification, and Granatelli rear toe links. The splitter is carbon fiber and features a tunneled under tray with cable supports. There's also a street under tray that's going to be available. An opening in the splitter feeds an engine oil cooler, and there are also automatic transmission oil cooler options that will be available. In the interest of further weight reduction, we also added polycarbonate windows in the front, rear quarters, and rear. It's a 5-star polycarbonate front window with the center support. We also added polycarbonate quarter windows and polycarbonate rear window in the deck lid. The all-new Katech wing is carbon fiber and mounted to the frame. It features aluminum uprights with 3 points of vertical adjustability and 6 points angle of attack adjustability. We use the Katech carbon fiber diffuser with strakes, and it surrounds a Corsa exhaust system. Tow hooks are titanium and they're from ZL1 add-ons. For the rear, we weld a plate to the frame so we can mount it behind the license plate. The front tow hook is also ZL1 add-ons titanium. And now for my favorite part of this car, the sequential manual gearbox. To our knowledge, this is the first sequential manual gearbox in any C7 outside of Corvette Racing Team. To integrate this transmission to the C7, we work with several technical partners. It's a TR6060 gearbox out of a C6 Corvette with PPG internals. Katech engineered solutions to make this gearbox from the C6 work in the C7. We also partner with Engineering to develop the spark cut and rev match box. With this box, we're able to do no lift, clutchless upshifts and rev match on downshift with the clutch. So it's a 6-speed gearbox. Just pull back on the stick and rip through all 6 gears. When you're ready to downshift, hit the clutch and move the stick forward to go down through the gears. There's a pressure transducer in the shift knob that sends a signal to the box that controls spark cut so that we can shift without a clutch. Gear position is indicated here on the LCD display. The clutch we use with this transmission is an RPS BC2 carbon with a steel flywheel. At the end of this video, we'll show you this transmission in action, shifting through the gears on the dyno and on the track. That's it for the overview on the car. Stay tuned for the track video and we'll get to see what the customer has to say about it.